Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. Before I start the video, I do want to say please like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to join the Patreon and all my strategies and how I trade, please join at patreon.com/ but I'm not a trader. Before I, migrate off of Patreon and, end up charging everybody like $700. I'm essentially letting you guys know right now that it is the perfect time to short the market right now. Essentially, that's the easiest way that I can put it. And that's really just on, just because we're hitting a trend on the Nasdaq, right? And essentially just the strongest market right now. Well, not necessarily the strongest, but it's literally what's holding up the whole market. So I'm not necessarily saying we will crash. We will go down like an extraordinary amount. But as of right now, there is no reason for me specifically to not short this, as of right now, right? So I am currently in shorts, and this is the trade that I'm taking, right? There is no reason to long the market right now. Absolutely no reason, right? And I'll tell you guys exactly why. And I'll put this here because that's where I saw it. That's where I saw it. There you go. So that is my short right now, right? It's essentially 1465 RR to 1. So it's essentially saying that, it's a 14x, 1400%, 1400%. For every $100 that I risk, I'll make $1,400. If I'm risking 10 grand, I will make $140,000 on this drop, right? That's basically what I'm saying here. This is what I'm looking for right now is essentially, divergence. And this is one of the things that I teach in the Patreon, and divergence is one of them, right? This is essentially just one of those things where we are on trend, right? We are in a very strong trend right now that's been going on since, February 12th, and this is on the Nasdaq, right? Because I think the SPX already broke highs. I think the US 30 is kind of getting there, but the Nasdaq is kind of what's holding up the market, right? You have Nvidia, you have Apple, you have Microsoft, Google. That's really the only thing that matters here, right? It's the only thing holding up the market. And for anybody to long the market right now is absolutely insane, because I would not long this market unless we go up here, unless we start going to like 17,906, somewhere around this range, right? If we start coming back up here somewhere around this range, then I'm looking for longs, right? But we have to be up here somewhere breaking trend, right? And I would more than likely call for that, I would look for that like on the 4 hour, right? If on the 4 hour, you start closing some nice bullish candles up here, right, in this area above this trend, then I'd say, we're definitely gonna, we're definitely gonna push up, right, more, right? Because you break up here, maybe you dangle around here for a little bit, come back and retest, and then your next level is gonna be somewhere like 18,063, like 1800 plus on the Nasdaq, essentially, right? But as of right now, it makes absolutely no sense to long this market when you already retested this high, right? You came up, you hit that trend on the high, and then the only plausible scenario is that you do one of two things. So either come down to trend, right? And if you're still strong, you'll bounce right back up and then you'll break to the high side. Or if you're extremely strong, you'll come back around like halfway, maybe somewhere like right, like here, and then push up, right? Or if you are weak, right, you'll continue to descend down here. And I think this is going to be, if you actually hit, this 17,322 on this bottom of trend, I think you're 100% going to keep diving to the low side. I think this is 100% going to start the real drop off if you hit this level again, if you hit this 17,322, right? Essentially, if you start breaking these lows, I think you're starting to really go down really hard, right? But as of right now, there is no reason to not short this, for the next maybe week or so, right? This is trade with this with your own money and with logic. But right now I would be completely okay with buying like QQQ puts a month out, like in the money, right? If QQQ is at like $50, you get $50 in the money puts a month out just to be on the safe side, right? But this is the most logical trade right now. There's no reason to long this. If you start coming up here, right, if you break this high up here, this trend, then you start looking at longs, and then you can long to like a QQQ, whatever, 500, whatever it is, right? But as of right now, there's no reason for me to long until we break this trend up here. So this is my trade right now. Today on the short term, definitely am extremely bullish because Nvidia is like, was a complete monster yesterday, right? So I'm definitely thinking that we could blast up to here today, right? And if today you actually blast up to here, right? Then again, this is gonna be your signal to long the market, towards that trend, towards up here, right? So if you actually start breaking this trend to the upside, which you can today because you're still extremely bullish, right? When you start closing 4-hour candles up here, then it's your signal to keep longing to 1800 plus. But as of right now, right, this is the more logical trade for the next, just to kind of like hold for the next month, and I'll get rid of all these like candles and all this stuff. But yeah, shorter term, I would not be surprised with how bullish we are to actually see us break this upper channel right up here, come back down, and then moonshot to 1800, right? So that's me being illogical and then just thinking about the trading, the bullish power that's on right now, right? That's literally me just looking at the bullish power. So again, I will be long and I will be stopped out if we start hanging around here. And if we're hanging around here, there's like a 90% chance that we're going to like 1800 plus on the Nasdaq and SPX, right? The next level for us is going to be somewhere up here at like 506, 507, right? So you either need to reject here, right? Or you're going to reject from like 506, 507. I would definitely be interested in entering shorts into SPX up here. But if you break this, right, you're going to start seeing 509, 510, and you start opening yourself up to like 520, 550, right? Because you're so stinking bullish. But like I said, as of right now, the logical trade is to short this a month out. And if you get stopped out, then you start longing when you start clearing candles up here. But for right now, I'm short and I'm going to stay short unless I get stopped out and we start trading above in this like 1788 area. So I'll see you guys later. The potential drop on this, by the way, I think I mentioned it, is like all the way down here. Sorry. So potential drop would be down here at 16901. So we haven't hit these numbers since January 18th of earlier this year. So you would still, there you go. Like since December, right? So like maybe like the last month or two, right? So this would be the drop. My guess is that we drop down here, right? Possibly drop down here within the next, let me see, March, maybe early March, right? If this actually holds up, maybe by early March, you can get to this level of like 69 and then probably recover. But as of right now, this would be target. Right? If you start breaking this trend and you come up here, this is false. This is no longer, this no longer counts for anything. But as of right now, target would be like 1700 Nasdaq. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.